question? Why was Sonic Boom not the theme song for Sonic Boom? Completely missed opportunity.
Or it was too obvious and they just didn't go for it.
Still, shame. When I first heard of Sonic Boom, saw the concept art and behind the scenes and that first picture with all the silhouettes of the characters, yes, I was skeptical, but completely open to the idea of something new, especially a TV series. And when that first teaser of the first episode of Sonic Boom came out, I was unbelievably impressed. Crisp, smooth flowing animation, funny dialogue, good voice acting. It looked awesome. I mean, there were still people obviously who didn't, approve of it, because, just the designs are completely different. I mean, Knuckles is huge to represent strength. Amy is probably the most popular of the changes, and a lot of people don't like the neckerchief thing. Speaking of which, I knew I forgot something today. I am not putting on sports tape. Unnecessary. Sports tape aside, aesthetically, the characters really look good. Now, I'll give you brief thoughts on the game, since this is mostly a review of the TV series, since the games were basically made to promote the TV series. The games in general, I just wish there could have been a lot more time dedicated to them, but the Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric for the Wii U, perfectly functional, but a little too glitchy, couldn't handle its own frame rate, and just could have been a much better experience that, it promised us. There's been a lot of demo footage and pictures revealed after the actual release of the game, and people have just been like, wow, this could have been so much better. But apparently that didn't deviate them from releasing a Sonic Boom 2. But now Sonic Boom Fire and Ice is coming out. Just as long as you know what you're doing, Sega, and as long as the next modern Sonic game is going to be legit, I have faith in you. But just be careful and tread lightly, because Sonic Boom, the games, are completely underwhelming. They could have been a hell of a lot better, even though the characterizations, the funny dialogue, and just all the good moments there, even the Shadow the Hedgehog fan service, which was completely unneeded, was still kind of fun to have in there. But as is, the games, all the versions included, I'll just have to give an underwhelming 5 out of 10. Below average for me, average being a 6. It's functional, but it just could have been a lot more. Now the TV series, on the other hand, that's a different story. The TV series is beyond better than the games. In fact, its animation rivals that of several of the CG animated series that's on right now. It's crisp, flowing, expressive, and very funny to look at. There is some good slapstick, there are some good funny moments with the dialogue. Not all the jokes hit home run, but quite a few of them do. And all the video game references, all the acknowledgments of character flaws are in there, and it's still a ton of fun. It might as well be called the Eggman Show, because he is easily the funniest character in there, next to Knuckles. For the show, it works to make Knuckles a little more gullible than usual. He's still smart, but he's just really gullible and just goofy for the show, and for this, it works. Sonic is always awesome in the show, but the things that are most hilarious about him are his reactions to the most preposterous things, in which he is just, seriously? Just giving that look, and it's priceless. He just does it every time that you need it to. Amy is a much more dynamic character, and she's not this whiny fangirl just constantly trying to rape Sonic the Hedgehog. Her character is like a massive improvement. She's funny, she's really smart, she's badass with that hammer, she means business. Tails is Tails. Thankfully, he sounds like a boy, he looks like a mechanic, he looks the part, and he's just, he's Tails. And they just didn't go wrong with him whatsoever. They didn't change anything outside of giving him a cool looking outfit. Now, Styx, she's okay. She's okay. There are some moments where you're like, stop. But thankfully, a lot of episodes she's not talking a lot. But most of the time she doesn't sound too bad, and her paranoia does provide for a few funny moments. I thought it would just escalate, just being in every episode would just be so stupid. But they play it down, they just bring it up whenever it needs brought up, and it makes it funny. Eggman is hilarious. I just absolutely adore Orbot and Cubot in this show. Their popularity from Sonic Colors has definitely been worth it, and just bringing them here is a perfect setting for them, and they're a ton of fun to have on the show. And don't forget this awesome moment. You know what? That's for Sonic 06. That's for Sonic X. That's for Sonic Underground. That's for furries. That's for the Sonic fanbaits. And that's just for good measure. But as is, the continuity where it sets itself, which just allows it for more adventures to be had and just infinite possibilities. I'm looking forward to the new episodes, and you know what? Sonic Boom, right now, I hope it goes on for another season after all 52 episodes have been released. It's a ton of fun. The only thing they need to work on is animating water, liquids, anything of the like, because they are completely off about that. But for the most part, like sunsets and when they're next to fires and the shading, it looks really good. And there's tons of funny moments. I have laughed several times. I'm a grown adult and I laughed at the Sonic Boom cartoon. I easily give this a 9 out of 10. A little biased, but again, it deserves its rating. I can understand why people won't like it, but you know what? If it's not your cup of tea, then it's not your cup of tea. This has been a Wavefest review, and we'll see you next time on Team Epic Force. Ant-Man?